guys, so this is Teaching in Japan 5.2, and of course I'll be talking about what I talked about in 5.1, but in this video I'm gonna be jumping around on a lot of topics, so just hold on, I'm trying not to ramble. The most common question I get is, what degree do you need, or what degree is gonna be better than another degree? And the simple answer is, you just need a degree. Period. It does not matter what degree you have. No degree is going to give you more leeway than another degree, and no degree is going to make you higher in the rankings than another degree, unless you have certifications for teaching English. If you have a TESOL, that's a TESOL certification, or if you have any kind of teaching certifications, that might give you a little bit more of a presence when you're coming in, you're up against all the other applicants out here. Other than that, I can't say what people are looking for. People might be looking for just any old English teacher. Like I said in my previous videos, my first interview was me just going and signing a contract. Mind you, I had never taught a day in my life before. I just went and they gave me it. All the other questions that I'm getting, I can probably just answer in the comment section, and honestly that's what I'm usually doing anyways. So unless I start to get like really in-depth questions that are really different than any other questions, that'll be something that I put in a questions and answer video. Other than that, when it comes down to like what degree do you need, or like what is the best time, I've already talked about it in a video, so it doesn't really make sense to keep bringing up the topic. Anyways, back into what I was saying in my first video about teaching with different teachers. Now, I'm not gonna go back into everything that I said, but what I left off was, you gotta be like water. Be water, my son. Moving past teaching with other teachers, let's talk about dealing with students. A big problem that I have out here is that if the students complain about how difficult or how easy a lesson is, then generally, at least in my school, they are trying to change the lesson depending on what the students are saying. Now, the reason why this is a problem for me is because I'm from America, and even me as a student, sometimes I would just bitch and complain because I don't feel like doing work. Now, for me, when I hear a student complaining about how a lesson's difficult, and it's one student out of the 30 that I'm teaching, and the good majority of the students are getting what I'm teaching, then to me that comes to a matter of, you need to practice more. Is it right? Is it wrong? I don't know. I'm really not, if I was getting paid to really like draw out a whole curriculum and stick to this curriculum, and if it was not working out, or if it was working out, if that was my whole situation, then that would be another story. But not to say I'm being lazy, but like, I'm not getting paid that much. Before it starts to sound like I don't feel like doing my job or anything like that, I really just, I'm getting paid to do this lesson for this group of students for this one lesson. Mind you, the teachers don't really converse to me about what the goal of the year is. So that kind of makes it impossible for me to make a curriculum for my entire year. Is this something that's at every school? I don't know. I can only just talk about my personal experience. So I'm really sorry if that kind of makes it throws that out into the universe for you, but I can only give you my experience. So for example, now I'm coming into the end of my contract, so I'm only going to see my classes maybe 2 or 3 times before the end of the year, but I'm still required to make my lessons for those classes. Now, if I make a lesson that's like, let's say, a goodbye letter, it's my last time, so I want them to write a letter to me in English about, how their year was, how their life was different between their last year in high school and their first year in high school, things like that. To do that, I need to make the lesson out completely, of course, but then give that to the teacher, and then the teacher has their own lesson plans, of course, and their own goals for the year. But if that conflicts with mine, then I'm pretty much SOL like a day in advance. Not trying to give horror stories or anything, but I mean that's what it is. But yeah, that's what it's like, even because I touched in the last video about lessons and stuff like that. But like, it's, you know, what are you gonna do? It's gotta be like water, right? Coming to the end of the contract now, if you're in any situation like mine, you're kinda in a dead space because your contract is ending in February, but classes don't really start again until April or May. Now you have a choice to make. You either A, go look for a different company, or B, look for something that has something like a revolving schedule. Like if you finish February 29th, you'll start March 1st. Those contracts that are revolving usually come with like bonuses. So at the end of your contract, you'll get a bonus. Maybe in a 6-month mark, you'll get a bonus, and probably you'll be in they have a healthcare or something like that. If you choose to go with the other route and find a different company, now you're pretty much back in the swimming pool with the rest of us. You're going on to different job websites, looking for whatever jobs are hiring, giving them your resume, and so on. Just like back in whatever country I'm sure you're watching this from, at least in America. If you get a job at a public school, chances are what's gonna happen is you'll apply for the job, you'll get the quote-unquote interview, you'll go into the office, get your contract, get your school, get the days that you're going to be working, and the next thing you're going to do is meet with the Board of Education. Usually a Board of Education meeting is just for the show of it. I've been to 3 Board of Education meetings and got no information about anything since like then. You'll meet with the Board of Education maybe once in the beginning of the year, and I've typically only heard about the Board of Education coming to schools to see you, unless if you're doing something wrong. If you're doing something wrong, you might want to chill, because the Board of Ed will come to a public school to sit in your classes if there's complaints. I shouldn't say will come to your classes. Maybe it's just for the Osaka Board of Ed the things. I don't know how things are done in Tokyo. I don't even have friends that work in Tokyo right now. All the people that I know are other ALTs that work in the same school system as me, and it's all been pretty much the same here. So if you're planning on coming to the Osaka area, put that into your, in your scope. If you have any other questions about teaching, at least in your first year or when you get here, drop me a message. I'm on Instagram, right here, and of course you can reach me at YouTube. I try to get to all the comments, but because of timing, I can't get to everyone's, and I'm sorry if I ignore you. If I ignore you, it's probably because I've looked at your question, I've seen that I've answered this already, so I just move on. I love you guys to death, but if I've said it already, I'm not gonna repeat myself. I sound like I'm talking to one of those other teachers again. Last but not least, I want to thank you guys again. My channel just hit 1,000 viewers, subscribers, and I couldn't have done that without you guys. Thank you so much. Let's continue to grow. I will continue to put out the best content that I can. If you have any ideas, let me know. I'm doing my daily vlog right now, so I'm talking to a lot of you guys. I'm getting to know a lot of you guys. We're talking about music in my other videos, and you guys gave me a lot of good music to go follow. Yeah, like, continue to do what you've been doing, and I'll continue to do better, or try to do better. Continue to do better. That doesn't really make sense though. Thank you guys so much. Hope you like the new look of my channel, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Actually, I will see you guys next week. Peace.